Hello and welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video. Yes, after a 2-month hiatus, they are back. So for this one, no surprise, we're still on the good old Commodore 64, and it is Sheep in Space. I was going to do it in the Pigs in Space style voiceover there, but nah. This was written by Shock Horror, Jeff Minter, and music was by James Lisney. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone who sees the title Sheep in Space instantly knows, oh, yeah, this is a Jeff Minter game, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty obvious. So this was published by Llamasoft, and I can't remember the year it came out, so I'll have to check on that before I upload this. So let's get the game underway, if I remember the keys. Right, only one player, planet buttons recharge 0. Yeah, okay, here we go. So the game is essentially a Defender clone. But as you will have noticed from the shit way I'm playing it, you don't die instantly once you hits an enemy ship or whatever is around. You have shields. At the moment I have 3, and you'll take damage to your shields before you finally lose your life. So you've got plenty of opportunities to basically fuck it up and fly into enemy ships and enemy shots like I did just then. But flying into the scenery will still kill you straight away. So I am not doing too well here. Now, if you're not familiar with the game, well, basically, you are a sheep in space. I mean, the title does make that pretty abundantly clear. And you'll have noticed that there's a landscape above and below you. You're actually flying between 2 planets. And the closer you fly to either planet, I will now do a D jump so that I can get to that thing. There's only no ships left. Level 1 completed. So yeah, the closer you fly to the surface of either planet, either the one above or one below, the slower you travel. See, there's no actual variation in the speed that you fly. You basically fly at full throttle, or whatever the flying sheep equivalent of full throttle is. And you just keep going until you actually decide to turn, or if you move closer to either planet, and then you will slow down due to the gravitational effect of whichever planet. They will also deflect or affect the direction of your shots, so made a bit of a mess of that. So you will, or you can, have your shots. See if I can live long enough to show that. There we go. See, because I'm so close now, as old Ancipitol dude. Is it Ancipitol or is it Battleix? I always get them mixed up. So, got them. Now the shots that you fire, if you can just make them out on screen, they are referred to as Bonios of Doom. So you're actually shooting dog biscuits. Well, it is a Jeff Minter game. Right, so we're down to 3. I'm actually doing pretty well here. Now, if you look at the bottom right where it says stomach, that's essentially your your sheep's fuel level. So stomach is rumbling. I need to refuel. You do that by landing on grass. There we go, and you'll graze on the grass there. It also replenishes your shields, which is more than handy. So once your shields are back up to max, which is 6, or as close to max as you can, you have time to do. Oh fuck it! What a time to launch. Still, my shields were done. And of course, yeah. So once your shields are back up to whatever you want them to be, and your stomach is, bloated, replete, full, whatever, then off you go. And if your stomach gets too empty, you will die. So yeah, you do have to keep an eye on it. Come on, you fucker. There we go. That's level 2 done. So basically with this particular go, I'm just playing it. I'm explaining bits of it as I get to it, but I'll do a full explanation during the next go. Right, there was, yeah, old Ancipitol bloke again. Oh, he wasn't doing too bad there. So, right, these two things here, the one above me and below me, see if I can, right, well, I think you've been able to spot them. Now, they are the planet busters, and the enemies are trying to charge them up. But yeah, one's just managed to do it. This cunt here did it. Where's he gone? Okay, this one here is about to charge right here. Now, once they reach a charge of 5, yeah, they are ready to, basically ready to blow. And if both planet busters, so the one above and below, get charged, both reach 5, the 2 planets will explode, and you're sent to this sort of like a punishment level. Which is extremely difficult. As soon as you lose a life there, you'll then come back to the start of this go. And there we go. They've been, both planet busters have reached charge of 5, so the 2 planets are being vaporized. And now we are in this is the punishment zone area. So I mean, you can get some decent points here, but yeah, it is really tough. There are 22 ships to take out around here. And yeah, you really don't stand much of a chance, at least not if you play as badly as I do. So that's another life lost. So the level will now effectively restart. So we're back on to what is it, level 3? There we go. But yeah, they are charging those planet busters at quite a rate now. The proximity thing you can see above and below is pretty self-explanatory. It tells you where the the enemy ships all are. It just came out of a charging station. These white ones here above me, that's a charging area, so they'll go in there to charge up, charge their actual ship. And then they'll make their way to the planet buster. There we go. And yeah, add a charge to said planet buster, and yeah, once they've charged both of them 5 times, well, you've already seen what happens. So my sheep has a rumbling stomach. Let's come down and do that. So shields are back up to maximum, back up to 6, stomach adequate, now full, and then we plough straight into that ship that was there. I really want to come after this one which has already laid a charge there. So the top Planet Buster is already onto a charge of 4. The bottom one is still on 1, but that will catch up extremely quickly if I can't, if I can't stop the top one reaching the charge of 5. So yeah, there was an enemy there that has the charge. This one here, so I need to stop him. There we go. There are plenty of them. Ships down to 7. That's enemy ships down to 7. My lives there is sheep 2. So by my standards I'm doing pretty well. I seem to be some way away from any of the enemy ships, so press space and you'll D-jump and it will sort of acts a bit like the hyperspace in Defender, and it takes you to an area where there is a ship. Trouble is, yeah, he was hanging around in that inside that like respawning point for enemy ships, and so you can't shoot him while he's in there. You got to wait for him to come out. Right, so we're down to 3 enemy ships. Can't see any around here. We'll D-jump again. Alright, so it's back this way. There he is. There we go. Right, so that's 1. I'll D-jump again. There he is. 2. Right, 1 more and we'll have this level done. You can D-jump as many times as you like. There we go. Level 3 completed. This go is lasting longer than I thought it would, to be honest. So, well, I guess I may as well get the review underway. Visually, I think it's great. I mean, it is your, it's an archetypal Jeff Minter looking game, and I have absolutely no problems with that at all. I think it looks more than fine. I think it looks good. In terms of audio, again, very Jeff Minter. Oh, fuck! I was trying to land and get the shield back up. Anyway, yeah, audio again, very heavy on the sound effects. Very typical Jeff Minter, and I think they sound great. There we go, got the cunt. The music on the title page is a bit, it's a bit bland, nothing remarkable. Didn't pay any attention to what my shields were at. I'm up to, down to 15 ships, but this is also my last life, so yeah, I'm not getting past this level. Which isn't that surprising, because this is the furthest I've got for a long time. Right, there's a ship there, but it's still in that, yeah, like respawn area. Fuck for that, he hadn't charged yet. He's gone past the, come on, there we go. Right, now here's one that just flew by, which was charged. And I'm not far from the Planet Buster, so I've got to get it. Oh, he's already laid the charge there. Right, so graphics are covered. I mean, I think the graphics, I've not said a lot about them. Yeah, they are. I think it's one of the few Jeff Minter games that I can think of where there isn't a great deal of expanded sprites used. Oh, my stomach is not good. We've got to land, yeah. Stomach dire, so yeah. Have to refuel by grazing. I mean, only Jeff Minter could come up with a game where, you know, part of the gameplay is to get your sheep to graze on grass that's growing around. So we're up to full, up to replete. I'll go one more to bloated. There we go. I mean, yeah, likewise, I think only Jeff Minter, well, firstly, only Jeff Minter would come up with a game where, you know, you're controlling a sheep flying around in space. Only 5 ships to go, but there's also only 1 charge left to go, one on the bottom planet. Just about got away with that. There's the next one. Bollocksed it up. So this planet has been vaporised. I only had 5 more ships to get. So we're back to that, yeah, the punishment level. I don't stand a chance here, yeah. Oh, there we go, game over. 79,725. That is not a bad score for me at all. And you can actually use the keyboard when you type your name in. Amazing. Right, one more go. I don't think I'll show the whole go this time unless I make a right bollocks up of it. And let's face it, with me playing, that's entirely possible. So yeah, I mean, here's the bottom line. If you like Jeff Minter games, you will love this. If you don't like Jeff Minter games, you're probably not going to like this one much either. It almost makes a review of this game a bit superfluous. I am a fan of Jeff Minter games, so yeah, no surprise. I think this game's fucking great. I really do like it, even if I am shit at it. Yeah, it's extremely playable. Yet again, another, you know, Jeff Minter trademark is that it sounds like there's, you know, quite a lot to remember, but in fact, once you've had just a couple of goes, you realise the gameplay is actually pretty straightforward. The game plays really well, and it does that. So yeah, it's, you know, just the sort of game that you know, old school gamers like me are going to think is absolutely fantastic. I wouldn't say it's faultless. It's, you know, it's not a game that I could play for hours on end. But if you fancy, you know, like a quick blast of, you know, whatever, you know, just like, you know, you're not quite so standard shoot 'em up, then yeah, this is a great choice. It's you know, extremely playable. It looks good. It sounds good, and it is certainly challenging, and it has all of the sort of archetypal Jeff Minter quirks. So yeah, I think it's great. I will score it, yeah, see, that's a good point. What do I score this? Fucking hell. I will give it 8.5 out of 10. And, I mean, I'm sure just about everyone watching this has probably played this at some point. But if you haven't, definitely give it a go. Especially if you're a Defender fan. I mean, you know, if you like Defender, you are certainly going to like this. Even if you're not not much of a Jeff Minter fan, liking Defender will be enough to, you know, convince you to play this thing. Now, loads of charged enemies have flown by me here, so I've got to. There's one. The other, oh, there's another one here. There you go. There's one more. But he's probably reached the Planet Buster by now. No, he hasn't. Okay, that's not how I meant to do it, but it stopped him, so yeah, I'll take that. And I fucked up the landing. Right, can't see anyone, so we'll de-jump. I must admit, for a long time I thought that was a bit of a typo there. I thought it was meant to just be jumping, but no, it is de-jumping. That is actually, you know, correct. Come on, hurry up and piss off out of the respawning point. There we are. Now where the fuck did he go? He's gone this way. The arrows there, where it has obviously proximity, the arrows then point you in a direction and gives you an idea of just how far away he is. So yeah, it works in well, certainly in the same sort of idea as the you know, that scanner that you get in Defender. It's just well, the actual representation is just slightly different. It's not quite how I meant to do that level, but there we go. Well, there we go. That is Sheep in Space then, by Jeff Minter, published by Llamasoft. 8.5 out of 10. I think it's superb, and if you haven't yet played it, I suggest you do so. That brings this review to an end, and we will see you at the next one.